And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Now that we're late into the season, here's how the East stacks up. You take a look at the Celtics. With the playoffs fast approaching, they are well positioned at second place in the conference.
Well, for the Celtics, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. We've got DeAnthony Melton, Green out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Santos in at the 4. And for the Celtics, White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Jason Tatum out there with Sam Hauser, and it's Keita in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Stan, I know you love the numbers. What they're telling us tonight, these teams can shoot it.
Yeah, it's two of the best in the league from beyond the arc. They've got great spacing, and I like that they're always looking for a better shot on the perimeter.
Now here's Brown. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable. Clock at 6, fades back. The Warriors pull it in. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Here's Hauser. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Pass to White from the arc. Connects from downtown.
And White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Outside Pajemski. And stolen by Brown. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated. A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
To the middle. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
Here's Brown. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. Pass to Keita. Fires the 3. Jason Tatum, and that's good.
Yeah, no hesitation, no overthinking it. Tatum just takes the shot.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Melton on the wing. Here's Santos. Back to Melton. To the paint. Got a hand on it. Brown looking around. Oh! And a dunk by Brown!
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Melton. There's a screen for 3. Keita pulls it in. Boston on offense. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Brown passes to White. Now Tatum. This one for 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got 6 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Back to Melton. There's the triple. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. 9-point game. Pass to Hauser. Outside Tatum. Back to Hauser. Launches the 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside, Green. Here he goes. And it's hammered home by Green.
A strong take. Draymond is as fierce a competitor as we've ever seen. He plays with incredible intensity.
Hauser outside. Pass to Tatum. The three is up. Drills it from deep. Tatum's got his third bucket of the night.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And as the postseason nears, these power rankings really shape our expectations for the playoffs. Looking at the Lakers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they've stayed pretty high in the rankings. And sure, they might want to be further up, but they're a stable team, and that's a good thing with the playoffs approaching.
To the wing on the left. Green with a screen on Tatum. From deep, Melton. Queta pulls it in.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in those possessions.
Brown passes to Hauser. Back to Brown. Hauser outside. From behind the arc. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Warriors trail by 10. Melton outside. The three drains the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Will stand Joe Mazzulla's a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
I love the show of force by Green, putting the defense on notice with the jam.
Celtics lead by 5. Outside White. Outside Tatum. Down low. The kick out to White. Fires from deep. Parries it from 3. White's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
The shot by Podziemski, no good.
Nice work defensively, meeting him up top and forcing the miss.
Queta, no good. Warriors trail by 8. Melton outside. Up top, Podziemski. And he dunks it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Shireman comes in for Hauser, and Pritchard is subbed in for White. Pass to Brown. And here's Pritchard. On the wing, Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. A moment here to see the numbers for Jason Tatum.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Outside Podziemski. He takes it in. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Melton. And while we have a moment, a look at the league leaders in fast break points over the last 10 games. 4th, the Celtics.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
Here's Shireman. Shoots. Again, the miss by Boston.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Outside Podziemski. Back to Melton. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. From deep, Melton knocks down the triple. Melton's got 6 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Pritchard. He also had a big impact in that win against the Suns.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Guys?
You'd love to hear it. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Brown banked it in off the glass. And it's an 8-point Boston lead.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Outside, Green. Melton with a screen on Tatum. Green with the ball. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Here's Shireman, defended by Pajemski. Outside, Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Over Green. And it's Tatum missing. Warriors trail by 8. Payton passes to Green. Now here's Melton. Porzingis finds Green. Here's Payton. And the Warriors miss again. The Celtics have got 8 of 15 shots to go. There's the drive. Warriors with the rebound. Last time they met was in the Bay Area.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. It just put too much pressure on the bench.
And they were mired in foul trouble the last time. Let's see if they can avoid that this time out.
And here's Pritchard. 3 seconds left. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Boston earning this break in the action, up 10. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Garza in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Leons. Outside Payton, 4-3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. The jumper from the wing off target. Warriors trail by 5. To the inside. Here's Williams. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Inside, here's Garza. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. And the Celtics lead by 5.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Williams. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Here's Porzingis. Shireman grabs a board.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
The shot by Garza, no good.
More often than not, He'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
And Porzingis, known to everyone as the unicorn. I'm sure some of our viewers wonder where he got that nickname from.
Well, B.A., I heard that actually Kevin Durant gave it to him due to his rare combination of size and skill. One unicorn recognizing another, I guess.
White for three. Oh, how about White from the next time zone?
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Boston with some changes. Tatum comes in for Walsh, and it's Jaylen Brown in for Shireman. And the Warriors making a change here. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. On the wing, Payton. He's guarded by White. Back to Podziemski. The three, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Boston leading by 5. Outside Pritchard. White on the wing. A 17-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
4 on the clock.
Brown does what he can to help the team win, and he's upgraded his passing.
Warriors trail by 7. Outside Porzingis. Beyond the arc. It's tipped, and they recover it. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Boston making a switch here. Cade is checked in. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
And given how tall Porzingis is, not many guys are going to block his shot, especially when he's this close.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Tatum passes to Keita. Outside Tatum. Over Green. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Boston leading by 7. Pass to Pritchard. Outside, Brown. The baseline, Jay. Porzingis grabs the board. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Now Podziemski. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Here's Porzingis, defended by Brown. Outside Podziemski, lets it go from deep. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. For Boston, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Keita, pass to Tatum. Here's White. Three-pointer, Pritchard. That shot is off. Pass to Santos. Here's Podziemski. Knocks down the long J. Podziemski's got 8 points.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Now here's Brown. 6 points for him. And Brown rising high for the finish.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
Here's Santos. Boston pulls it in. They've led by as much as 10. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
Now here's Green. He's got 6. Pass to Santos. And stolen by Brown. And he's going for the oop here. Outside Podziemski. Outside Green. That three's off the mark. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. 6-point lead. Queta, no good. Golden State has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Back to Pajemski. There's the three. Got a piece of it.
You know, as a shooter, you have to be aware of Derek White, one of the top defenders in the game.
Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Harper, he's checked in for Boston. Shireman comes in for Pritchard. And Golden State also making a switch. Melton, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Queta. Green covering. Queta, pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. They set the screen. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Chalk up 2 there. And now a 10-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And the Warriors shooting about 41%. They still need this. And it's good on the lay-in.
Just 1 of 6 this quarter. Trying to shoot his way out of this funk.
There's a minute 17 left in the second quarter. Pass to Shireman. Fires for 3. The Warriors pull it in. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons. It'll be the 4th of 6 games for them away from home.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Golden State. Outside Tatum. Tatum showing off the strength.
They have no answer defensively inside.
.40 seconds left in the second. Pass to Green. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the second quarter. It's Brown on the wing. 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Misses the 3. Melton outside. Driving in, and that one is stuffed right through.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Boston out in front, up by 4. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition, but we got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the injured players around the NBA.
The Timberwolves coping with the injury concerns. The thing about Edwards, he forces the defense to pay attention to him. He creates opportunity for everyone else. With him, gone out the lineup, Ernie, like that's going to make the offense a whole different look.
Yeah, so I've been considering a different look. What would you recommend, Ken?
Toupee.
Swinging back over to that first half for the Celtics now. They're in a tight one.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's wonderful to watch that.
Yeah, no Tyler Ball from them. That's why they're getting the good looks. Get it? Tyler Hero?
Tyler Ball, Hero Ball.
I knew you would understand, Ernie.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Warriors trail by 4. Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. We've got Green, Brandon Pajemski out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Santos in at the 4. Left side Pajemski, three-pointer, and the three-pointer goes. Pajemski's got 11 points.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
There's a screen. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Santos. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Boston's shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Hauser can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Santos. And here is Green. Melton outside. Takes the 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. 11 points in the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Shoots it from the high post. The rebound by Melton. Melton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Melton. For the lead. Another 3 for Golden State.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. Hauser right side. Releases. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. Hauser's got 5.
Well, that's a shot where your coach is saying, no, 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 and then, woo.
Defended by Brown. From deep, Melton. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, B.A., that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
Pass to Melton. Let's go with a 3. Hauser grabs the board. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Keita. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Pajemski to the paint. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Back to White from outside the arc. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Pass to Santos. Lets the 3 fly. Hauled in by Brown. Celtics lead by 3. Hauser right side. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Melton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him? That's where we are. Back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And here are the NBA's best three-point shooters at the two-guard position this season. This is a dangerous group. Derek White, fourth.
And as a rule of thumb, you always want great shooters at the shooting guard position if you can get them. Now, these guys are the cream of the crop.
Yeah, you have to space the floor to score in the half court. Every one of these guys forces the defense to extend. I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Brown finds White. From deep. Pajimski grabs the board. Pajimski's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Santos. Outside, Green. From 9 feet out. And again, no good by Golden State. And here are the Celtics. They're on a 10-2 run here. Queta, pass to Hauser. And here's Brown. The 3-ball. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Warriors trail by 9. Here's Pajimski. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's White. He's got 15. Outside, Brown. Hauser outside. Here's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Santos. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off their arc tonight. Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Melton against Pritchard. Pass to Payton. And again, no good by Golden State. The Celtics on offense. They're on an 18-6 run. Outside Pritchard. Launches it. Gets the 3-ball to go. Pritchard's got 6.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Melton against Pritchard. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Santos. Back to Porzingis. Clock at 4. 3-pointer. Boston pulls it in.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Warriors trail by 13. Pass to Melton. To the inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success.
And the Warriors making a change here. And he makes the first but misses the second. Celtics lead by 12. Pass to Hauser. And there's a pick. The 3 is up. And the Celtics another 3.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
There's 57 seconds left in the third. Here's Spencer. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Spencer's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Pritchard. He shoots it. Another one falls for Boston. Warriors trail by 14. Pass to Spencer. Outside Porzingis. From 12 feet. Rebound Boston. Hauser's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Harper. And Boston again with the bucket.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Pritchard from outside. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Oh, they're on fire. The run punctuated by the big trifecta.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
You gain control. Come on now. Every pass, every possession. Play with a purpose. We talked about that, all right? Solid.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Sam Hauser. He's out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Shireman in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Leons.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Spencer. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Fires the 3. Spencer, no good. Celtics lead by 19. Outside, Brown. Here's the pick. Right wing. Here's Shireman. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Brown gets a 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Podziemski. Outside Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you'll see teams try to bump Porzingis around. Didn't work that time.
To the wing, right side. From downtown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Leons. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this 4th quarter. Outside Podziemski. Takes a 3. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Porzingis with the block.
A unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
Pass to Spencer. Right side Podziemski. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Launches it. The rebound, Celtics.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And the basket by Brown.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Pass to Leons. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Come on. There was very little resistance inside there from the defense. They have to be better.
And Boston with some changes. Cadis checked in for Garza, and it's Jason Tatum in for Hauser. And Golden State also making a switch. Green is checked in. Pritchard, the pass to Queta. Back to Pritchard. Tatum with a screen from the top of the key. Good as the jump shot falls.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
Pass to Payton. Now Podziemski. Here's Spencer, defended by Pritchard. Now here's Porzingis. Here's Spencer. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Peyton Pritchard picks one up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First free throw is good. Well, Coach, the younger generation in the NBA just continues to get better and better.
Yeah, it's like anything, BA. I mean, evolution is something that's real, right? People evolve and get better and build on the people ahead of them. You learn from the people ahead of you. The players watch guys as they grow up, and then they learn to do things. The next generation learns from them, and the skill level just continues to improve. Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Stan, now that we've had the coach's challenges for a few seasons now, what do you think about it?
Well, BA, I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving.
And the Warriors making a change here. Melton's checked in. Down low. Here's Santos. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Takes the 3. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Melton with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. Green for 3. Boston with a rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. That's to Shireman from behind the arc. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, after a scoreless first half, he's turning things around here, looking much more aggressive.
Outside, Green. And the shot's good. That's 12 points for Draymond Green.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Celtics have gone 6 for 9 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to White. Again, Boston.
Yeah, we've seen White's confidence as a scorer grow over time, which is why he stays aggressive when he catches fire.
Green, a screen. Back to Pajemski. Now Green. 5 on the clock. 4-3. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Pass to Shireman. And Grant, the NBA has made it clear it's an 82-game league with its participation policy levying fines for teams resting star players.
Yeah, BA. But, at the same time, we've seen some, advocating for reducing the number of games, like Warriors coach Steve Kerr. They're arguing for quality over quantity. We'll see how it plays out. BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. White for 3. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Tatum, good.
Solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Green, a screen. Spins. High arcing shot. Tips. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Substitution on the court. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Brown. Beyond the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with another win in the bag, they've racked up 46 total on the year.
Only a 2-game series and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jason Tatum.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Melton outside. They need this. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Using his superb court vision, Green is able to routinely find his open teammate.
Pass to Benton. On the wing, Tatum. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
So it's Boston easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.